At Lair of Secrets, we love Fallout. In anticipation of our upcoming Fallout 2D20 actual play game, I went ahead and ordered the starter kit from Modifius because I love box sets and I love getting more dice. So, let's open the box and see what we've got. Okay, here we go with the Fallout 2D20 unboxing. In keeping with Fallout, this is entirely Dre-rigged setup because I actually broke my overhead camera rig, not the camera itself, just the thing that holds everything up. So it is actually held together by masking tape at this moment because it turns out I don't actually have any duct tape on hand. But that's okay because it's really very much in keeping with the Fallout ethos to just be like, I don't know, using random pieces of tape to hold things together. I'm pretty sure the technology of Fallout is basically entirely based on that at this point. Duct tape, masking tape, whatever starches you can make in your camp. All right, so out of the box. And we've got our lovely Fallout starter set. Let's see, got to get the... Feeding the tape is always a challenge. The wrapping can be something of a challenge. All right, so here we go. In keeping with my technological challenges, and very much in keeping with the haywire nature of Fallout, I think I initially was recording it upside down. So we're going to fix that, maybe. I don't know. You know, do the cameras ever actually really work in the vault? So, open her up. In the box, first thing we see is very nice Fallout dice, which are... you know, the Vault Tech blue and yellow, and I have to say these are some pretty weighty dice. They've got some good heft to them. The D20s, I think I'll have to get out my other D20s. I think they're a little bigger than your normal D20. They're a little meatier. So then we have, let's see, this is actually a location die, which if you've seen the GM Toolkit video, you know I love funky dice, and you know I love location dice, and this is just awesome because nothing says Fallout more than, you know, critical hit to torso that disintegrates the irradiated crazy ghoul that you were fighting. So there's that, and then there are the 4 dice. They've got Pip-Boy on one, and then 2 bullets and 1 bullet. Each one of these works with the core mechanic for Fallout 2D20, which I'm a little iffy on right now. I mean, I know you're rolling multiple D20s to hit, and then I think these are indicating different kinds of success. And then I think Pip-Boy himself is critical, but don't quote me on that because, hey, wait, this is the starter set. I shouldn't actually know what I'm doing yet. So anyway, we've got dice. Going to put them over here. Continuing on. So we have the Fallout the role-playing game rulebook tells stories of survival in the genre-defining post-atomic setting Fallout. So this is super helpful. So tonight I was actually leveling up my character in anticipation of Fallout actual play, and I have a PDF. Modifius had given us some review copy PDFs as part of us doing the actual play, and that's really handy. I like the PDF is very well done and, you know, easily linkable and all that kind of stuff. But there's something to be said for having it in your hands. And what I'm liking here already is that getting beyond, you know, the initial hello, what are you doing sort of stuff, intro to the campaign setting, as it were. So we'll go back all the way to the beginning. You know, the welcome to the wasteland, to call it out. The thing I like is that we've got our character, so your special attributes are called out here. The skills summary is right here and defined. So again, the PDF's fine, but I can put sticky notes in this and actually find stuff. Walks you through the derived stats, which again, I was just doing for my character. We are playing at level 3, so I had to add a few things after doing the initial creation. The DC values are right here, the test values. And how to do the dice mechanic. Hey, look at that. You do attribute plus skill, set the difficulty, roll the dice pool, which starts at 2d20s, but you can buy it up to 3 by spending action points. That's a thing you can do to trade with the GM. And then compare that to your successes. So kind of a standard 2d20 game, which I have not actually had a chance to play that much. But going on, gets into the basic rules, gets into action points. But the thing I'm really liking. Let's see. I think I just flipped through it. Luck, combat, death and dying, of course. And here we go. Really what I wanted was the list of perks. So these may look familiar to you from the actual video game. They're very similar. I think they're usually like one for one in terms of their naming convention from looking through the PDF previously. The mechanics are slightly different because it's not a video game, but certainly the tone is the same as the game, and it plays a lot of fun. And you have these, great graphics illustrating each of the perks, and so these look pretty comprehensive. I'll have to go back again and see. I suspect we're missing one or two. Let me go. But pretty good. No, there's a Mysterious Stranger. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I'll have to, again, check into my regular PDF to see if there's anything that they left out for, brevity, because this is basically the intro. But looking good so far. Then this is ranged weapons. So you've got, like, the weapons for easy lookup. Magazine. So it has it has the great magazine mechanic from the video game, so you can get temporary perks and then obligatory advertisements at the end. So let's move our dice out of the way here. I'm gonna close my pocket knife because good pocket knife safety. So then we have Once Upon a Time in the Wasteland, which is the introductory adventure to get you started. Spoilers: you go out into the wasteland and do stuff. So it's looks like it's got 3 chapters to it. I guess we could actually go to the beginning. So we've got an introduction to the vault, the Boston ruins, the Promised Land, and then loot tables. Because who does not like random tables to look stuff on, right? So nifty. Then we have our bottle caps, which just like in the video game are the currency, and this will be cool for running a convention game or a real world game. Our Fallout actual play is going to be online, so unfortunately I don't get to use these, but I'm thinking about running it at Mepicon this fall, and if I do, this would be super duper handy. So we've got all of our bottle caps. Kind of want real bottle caps, but I don't know that I can accumulate enough before Mepicon. And lastly, if we can get them out of the box, character sheets. Now these are good heavy paper stock, so I think as an intro game you'd be able to reuse these pretty easily, and they'll take a lot of abuse as long as you can avoid having your players write on them. But it looks like we've got a couple statted out here. If nothing else, this is super helpful for seeing how you're supposed to fill out the character sheet. Let's see, what does Tappy Tommy Doyle do? He's got Buck with a Knuckles, pipe gun, unarmed attack. Let's see, so, Origin, so here we go. So our first one, Origin was a Vault Dweller, Happy Tommy Doyle was a Survivor, Bailey Big Smile is a Ghoul, Old Tall Man is a Super Mutant. Yes, you can play as Super Mutants in Fallout. Then there's also Hazel Johnson, who's a Brotherhood Initiate. That would be the Brotherhood of Steel. And Marvin, the Mr. Handy. There's actually several different variations of Mr. Handys. And you can play a robot. So, true to its, box text, background text, whatever, it gives you everything you need to run the game. I'm liking the character sheets because they're nice, heavy stock. I'm really liking what I'm seeing in the introductory rulebook because it's covering the stuff that I'm going to need to use, well, actually tonight for a playtest we're doing, and then coming up in the next couple of days when we do our actual play. So being able to have this reference handy in a print format is very nice. Obviously I could have gone out and gotten the full rulebook too, but here's the thing. I wanted the dice, and the dice, once you're buying these kinds of dice, I think the cost was not too dissimilar from what it would have cost to get the rule book. So I'm like, you know what? I get the introductory rule book. I can share it with you guys, and I get some nice beef. And since we're at the end, might as well do a quick comparison since I have them handy. Here are my standard dice that I got at Gen Con. They're just Chessex. They're very nice. They glow in the dark, by the way. But Yeah, so there's your comparison, right? The D20s have some definite heft to them. And I mean, they're about, 50% bigger than your average D20. So they're going to make a nice thud when they hit the table. Anyway, that is the Fallout 2D20 starter set. Hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. I know I did. My name is Ken Newquist. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Lair of Secrets podcast, and you can find us at lairofsecrets.com.